top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Northwestern Wildcats, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Cyclones about to kick it away and get this season started. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So Northwestern's offense will have the football first. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game. Because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live. So he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed. But what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing him the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it at the college.
Oh, he's got some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Anderson with the carry. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Got him downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Wildcats are on the move. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Let's take a step back for a moment and think about Northwestern. You start the season, top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. So the Iowa State Cyclones offense will have its first possession of the game. This guy has all of the battle scars. He's got all of the trust of this team, David, as he has been their leader, their warhorse throughout his career.
Yeah, and we've seen him. He's been very productive. He's proven his worth in college football, but now he's taking his talents to a new team. And now he's got to show them what he's about. Great opportunity to start it off. Can he be the guy? Can he be the catalyst that takes this team to the next level?
He really is a guy you root for, too, I think, because he's waited his turn. He's found the right opportunity in the right situation. This is a guy everybody in the locker room absolutely loves. He has the ability to galvanize them and an opportunity to galvanize this fan base early in the season with a big game here right out of the gate.
On the move. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Let's talk for a second about Iowa State. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Now on the return. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
He's up to 41 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy. The Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the toss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Using the quick game. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Cyclones are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Oh, what a cut! Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. With the catch, it's Malone. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Give to the running back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards of pop on the ground. That is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They want to run it left here. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Makes the grab. It's Malone. Will not. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the heat gets home. They knock him down. The 45.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Cyclones now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Peppers. Breaks the tackle. Stumbled to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a third and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Thought he had it and... Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Last drive ended after a long missed field goal, and they have it back ready to go to work. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Turning it on! He now has 72 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He just could not get loose, and they'll knock him down 4 yards behind the line. And the Cyclones with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Grabbed in the middle. It's Malone. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Now on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Weiss. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Cyclones look to keep this drive humming. Wants to go up top on first down. He wants to go deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. And that's going to open up your running game later on.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Handoff from the gun. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. And the Cyclones will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cyclones have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Caught behind the line. It's Weiss. Just find a way to make that first tackler whiff. He's out to the 21.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Cyclones will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hunt will bounce out of bounds. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Catch in the middle. It's Malone. And he's brought down after a nice game. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on 1st down. He's going for it all. And this will be caught at the 30. What a throw. Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Taking it the other way. And he'll be brought down. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. At the 35, he's loose. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now on the option. Now the toss. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. The Cyclones trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down. And the Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll give it to him again. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the...
And the defense gets home and makes... at the 37-yard line.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield.
There he goes. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with fourth.
Well, they don't pick up the first down after they catch, but even still, head coach now has a decision to make. On fourth down, is he kicking a long field goal? Is he going for it? It's the...
Running back searching for a hole. Just ran over it. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going downfield for the big play. Makes the grab down the left side. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. The Cyclones want to pick up the tempo.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Keeps looking downfield. Running into the open space. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits. Second down coming up. Power football with the run. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But you got to know that's the guy the QB is looking for.
And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. They'll run the option. He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion. Man, they wanted that lead to go for it, and it paid off. So that scoring drive took only 6 points. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Using his legs, it's Carter.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll leave it with him. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, no, they're just going to draw them offside. A lot of times, by the way, it gets the defense to kind of relax for a second. You can tell they had a plan ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over. Nothing to show for that run.
Great job on 1st down. Great job on 2nd down. This defense needs to come up big one more time. They got to get the stop. Big time moment. I got to get my offense the football back.
On the run, it's Carter. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run. And the Cyclones send out the punt unit. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits.
And a huge right there. That returner's literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and found it.
The hand to the running back. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Pulls and fires complete to the right. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
They'll try the right side. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this
breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. Nice pickup on the ground there. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This defense is going to have to sell out to stop the run and try to get the ball back one last time. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He'll get a fresh set of down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll try the right side. Got the first down and more. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Looking for space. It's Jackson. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
It's complete on the right side. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to the ground game on the left. He has the first and still on his feet. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Cyclones didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Off-play action on first down. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Got room on the return. The 20. Touchdown, Northwest. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. Now remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves, but what a play.
And how about the cherry on the sundae? The big INT return for a touchdown, and now throw on the 2-point conversion. Give this team 8.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man. At the 35, he's got room. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And I'm going to be really curious to watch this offense and see how much faith and trust they have in themselves and the weather, right? Like, it's passing situation. It's a 2-minute situation. You practice spreading this ball all over the field. Can you do that? Because this is not ideal weather, and you
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Snagged in the middle. It's Malone. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And this is a situation as a defense. The game's on the line. You got to know the situation. A completion over the middle of the field to the 10-yard line, I tackle him, I get him on the ground, the ball game's over. Ball thrown in the end zone, swat that ball to the ground, ball game over. You got to know those situations in football.
Wants to go up top. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's picked off for the third time today. And what a way for this defense to end it. A pick as time runs out. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive.